exceptionally good times are coming for XRP holders. Now, why do I say that? You look at this particular article, which is now circulating, getting attention and all. You go look inside that, and it's actually showing you, yes, it is clear, crystal clear what's happening. Now, you go through, you read through that, you get the link, okay, this is what's happening, and then you kind of get some names from that. And from that, what you have to do is then you're going to that one. Okay, what does that show to me? Like, do it really name this? Yeah, and what are they talking about? They're talking about Ripple's XRP protocol for these faster and cheaper settlement, low transaction fee, instant settlements, right? And then you go through that, and then you're like, okay, they are literally giving you a lot of different examples. Like, they talk about this particular one highlighted by Credit Suisse, and they continue on the ADB, Asian Development Bank, and it's like, the services like, now don't get confused, read this, the services like Ripple, mobile money, and Bcash help deliver faster settlement, but all of these work on RippleNet. That's the key there. Yeah, Ripple is a different company, mobile money is a different company, Bcash is a different company, but all of them are connected in RippleNet. Bcash and mobile money connect through RippleNet to power wallet-to-wallet remittance. So this is back in Jan 2021. So all of this is happening. This is one of the main reason I say don't look at the price, look at the value being built. The way they are expanding, they believe in that project, and they are investing a ton of money and bringing in new brain power, leading this expansion. And if you see all of this, you are literally blown away. See, this is another old article, October 2021, not too old, but you come onto this one and read through, okay, what Capgemini actually gave through its World Payments Report for 2021. Then you go through all of these, and by the time you reach the bottom, this is clear. The Capgemini report's finding on crypto adoption, if proven true, could help Ripple further its goal of establishing XRP as a leading payments protocol worldwide. Now, second thing is the deadline. The deadline is by November 2021 to the end of 2022. We are already in 2022. The May is here. It's 20th May for me, and I'm like, okay, so May is going to be done in 10 days, and it's just some months by the time you end this, and all of the banks have to move into ISO 20022. Fine. Now, when that happens, Ripple, the company, has an edge. Why? Because they are already in ISO 20022, locked and loaded, ready, prepared to shoot out. And when they are already in that, and these giants, when they understand that it's for their benefit, when they use XRP, say if they are charging $80 as fee right now, they can literally charge, okay, I'm only going to charge you 4, and they can still make profit from that using this technology, and they get more customers. That's like increasing frequency and volume. That's what business guys does, right? They think long term, and whenever you see like, okay, XRP is getting another corridor, it's moving through another way, it's literally working to settle from different regions. All of these new guys who are entering into that network, they get to do all these. Now, it's not only that, even if they are not in the RippleNet, with the multi-hop facility, you can do that too. Just, it's like something new, but it does give you the ability. So if you are in XRP and, the fudsters are kind of hammering you with the price, don't give a bullshit about that, yeah? Because literally, this is the reality. At first, when we were saying it's not Hinman's personal opinion, SEC was like, no, it's just his personal opinion. Then they changed, and if you look at it right now, you're like, what are these guys doing? Yeah, they're taking the money from the taxpayers, and they are kind of hammering the same taxpayers, saying you can't invest in that. We'll go for the big guys. Now, if you get that, where this is leading towards. This is all going to end great. Now Ripple, the company, is investing and expanding in different area, which is NFT space. So when people say, okay, NFT market is down, it's completely wiped out, I don't think it's going to come back. And I'm looking at these big guys who have been in investment space and in big companies from a long time. Say Brad has been from that Yahoo, right? He's seen that internet era, that dot-com bubble, all of that. So when they are going heavy on something, I'm like, okay, these are guys who literally understand what's happening and they build things for future, not for today. They start building today, but it happens in the future. So if they are preparing, if you have your NFTs or if you have your nodes which are connected with the NFTs, you get the NFTs, don't drop them, just hold them. This, again, patience is the key. Now, yeah, price is not that interesting, right? But right now you are looking at the price action, and the price action is also showing you short term you're going to get a level of relief rally, and that may hit a resistance. Now no one knows what's going to happen, but the odds of this coming into the price is higher. Now I'll actually get you through why I think that is going to happen. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. Now we've started a new session which is trading, how to learn trading, what all to look at, right? So we are trying to drop in short videos, 2 to 4 minutes max, to give you guys that idea of what that's happening, literally explaining one by one. Because I've noticed not everyone actually get charts clearly. Now, yeah, I agree. You are new in the space, you're coming here and you're trying to learn, and that's how we learn. I've been in that same place, right? But that was like 7 years back. So now when you take your time and effort and you learn on a daily basis, then you understand, okay, this is a support. This next time when the price comes to that range, it's bouncing. So if it's getting rejected at this range, I can expect that the price can come down. So if it's actually coming down, you expect that it's going to bounce. Now, you're going to tie up your indicators along with that to see what's really happening. Say here, in this scenario for Xrpl, it's a daily chart. You got a wick to the downside. That was an ABC correction which actually went crazy. And now you're trying to make a double bottom. So with that double bottom, if you can get a MACD cross to the upside and a break in the RSI from this trading channel, now remember, that's a descending channel. Whenever the price or you see stuff moving inside parallel lines, it's in a corrective pattern. So that's why here, if you see this is a channel, the impulse is to the downside. You went into that channel, which is a correction. And then you went to the downside. Why? Because on a medium term, that was your impulse direction. Now, when you go on to a macro scale, what you're going to observe there is that Xrpl has a long-term bullish narrative. So your macro direction is this. Why do I highlight the long-term macro pattern or the direction all the time? Because before you take a short-term trade, you literally need to observe where you are in that cycle. And in that cycle, if you're already at this level, and the price action is showing you a rising wedge here, that's a bearish pattern. So that's on a weekly, you are getting a bearish pattern. So taking a trend direction analysis, you are like, okay, now it's actually trending higher, but the possibility for it reversing is high, right? Then you go on a daily. Now delete this, and a daily you are looking like what's happening, right? And when you look at these patterns, most likely they're going to play out in most of the assets. Say for example here, you were actually getting this, and as you broke the 60 level, that's like, okay, this is going to go much lower because your measured move at that point of time is wider. So before you actually broke lower, you got this direction showing you may drop 50-60%. And when you take that into the prospects, you're like, okay, it showed me $30, but the price went to 0.0000. Now that's a different story, but you get my point. If you are understanding the macro direction of any asset before you enter into that trade, it's going to help you. Now, short term, it's going to help you to position well in that short term. Meaning if you are a long-term investor trying to buy, say for example, in this instance, Ether, and you are looking for like, okay, will I get a buy at 2000 or 2200? And if that really makes a huge difference for you, then yes, you follow the macro direction. But inside that macro direction, you try to get a good entry on a short-term level, right? So here, the price actually shows you that it had a long wick to the downside, meaning the sellers push the price to the downside trying to sell, but whatever units which has been sold to the market has been absorbed by the buyers. So they came in, pushed the price back up, and then as we were going up, the short-term traders are taking profits. Fine, the price is correcting lower, but by the time we come back to this level, buyers are again entering to the market. Now, it's not completely confirmed for Ether right now on a daily that it's breaking to the upside, but it is close to a breakout. Right, if you actually get this breaking to the upside, because the pattern which we can observe here is a falling wedge which usually breaks to the upside, and the MACD is close to across to the upside, so that kind of goes in well for that. Now at the same time, we also have to look at Bitcoin, because this is kind of rhyming with the pattern we are observing in Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin manage to break to the upside, then this is the scenario. You're going to test that 33 to 35k range. That is still going to be your level of resistance. So if you can break through that one, that's completely bullish, because now your measured move is this and you go way higher. And that's super bullish for the entire market, because one of the main thing you have to look at in this market is, like, say, the stock market is having panic. A lot of people are having hard time. When you go on to this, you are like, okay, this particular one actually broke to the downside, retesting and getting rejected as we expected. Whereas S&P is at the support. It's kind of close to the support, trending lower with lower highs and lower lows. So each time we are coming to the downside, in that trend, you are still weighing to the downside. So unless you get a higher high here, the trend is not changing. So you're going into a short-term scenario where your support is this one, which you broke to the downside, you retested and failed. So unless you bounce from this trend line support and break this one, you're still going to the downside. But in this time, say during this time when you bounce, crypto will also get a relief. It will move. So that is one of the primary reason why I'm saying, like, okay, during this run, we may get resisted here. But if we manage to break through that, the money which is going to move from stock market, a portion of it, maybe even 5%, may come into crypto. Why? Because that market as an entire asset class is going down when the crypto market is trending to the upside. That gives a lot of advantage for this particular market. Right? You go into this one and you are like, okay, there are a lot of assets which are doing above average considering the stock market, and there are a lot of different assets which are performing way better when you move on to a medium cap, small cap, micro cap. Now, we know why that's happening, right? You don't need too much money to push these small assets, right? But you are not completely sure about all those projects and their viability, because something goes wrong, you actually happen to get to see candles like this. Boom, your entire portfolio gets wiped out. So this asset class is here to stay. There is no doubt in it. The adoption, the level of adoption is super high. But yes, at one point, the politicians, the central bankers, all of them will try to sell that to you. This is not going anywhere. Buy CBDC, more of this asset class. That's going to come. Believe me, in a year or two, that narrative will come. But those who hold on to this heavily and strong, they will be moving the asset class in the wealth generation, wealth creation, because the money is being moved from all different assets into a new technology, and that is where you're already in. And if you can hold on to that during this volatility, you're gonna make money. But making money again comes with these hardships. You need to look at your portfolio when it's 50% down, 60, 70% down, and say, okay, I know what asset I bought. The number of units I have is not changing. It's only the price. So it doesn't care. I mean, at least I don't care, because if you are looking at that asset class for long term and you are like, okay, this is an asset class which is going to survive, and I know this particular asset inside that asset class is super strong, especially for the XRP here. Wow, that's mind-boggling for me how not everyone actually understands this. Because if you even put 5 minutes of your personal research into this asset and how it's moving, there's no doubt that this is going to do wonderful things. But yeah, you need the patience, because all of these institutions, if they are into this, understanding this asset is delivering this product and services, they are also investing one way or the other. Even the CEO on a personal side, they can do that, right? Not as a company, they won't put this on the company books, but individuals who are involved in these, the big guys, they know that this technology and this particular asset is going to change everything. So if you think they are not holding this asset in person, it's up to you. But I strongly believe this is going to change. All of this, which you're observing right now, is a symbol towards what's coming ahead. And if you can understand these and you're like, okay, institutions are coming, fine, but I'm not going to give my units to them at a cheaper price. I'll hold on for them to buy and push the price up and sell to them. That's here, it's attitude. So once you understand this market psychology and you're positioned well, that's it, you're going to make profit. Guys, if you are receiving value for your time, please do hit that like and subscribe button. And remember, we have started a new session where we talk about charts. So if you are new to this market, you don't understand charts, this may help you. And it's just 2 to 3 minutes, which can push your technical analysis to the next level. So guys, I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.